Hello guys, Nat Blue here with another YouTube video, and today I want to talk about the Bat family as D&D characters. So far we have done the Avengers, we have done the Teen Titans, and now we are going to be doing the Bat family. So I'm super excited about this one. This will not be as in-depth as the Teen Titans video to an extent, because I won't be splicing in clips from different movies and TV shows. It takes an incredibly long time. I have prepared slides for each of these characters with little pictures of different versions of this character. So I'm super excited to share that. It took me a long time. People probably won't care about the PowerPoint presentation that I've pretty much made for this, but that is okay with me. So I'm going to start this in the most obvious way to start a video about the Bat family, and that is with Batman. Bruce Wayne himself is going to start this video off for us. And for Bruce Wayne, I think I'm doing this a little oddly compared to what a lot of people online would suggest. I would give him one level of Rogue. That level of Rogue is for the skills and expertise that come with the class. The rest of his levels I'm going to put into Shadow Monk. So I am going to be doing level 20 characters for each of these characters. So 19 levels into Shadow Monk. Now, I understand there's some magic and stuff involved in Shadow Monk, but flavor-wise, I would say that it is gadgets. Background, he is obviously going to have the noble background. Now, this character I fought with a little bit in my head. I considered giving him the Battle Master Fighter because he is one of the best trained fighters in the DC universe. However, he doesn't use a lot of weapons other than like his gadgets. I somewhat considered a artificer, and honestly, if we were putting Lucius Fox into this, Lucius Fox would be an artificer. I don't think Batman is. He has certain aspects that you could argue it for, but for the most part, I feel like he's just hand-to-hand combat, and nothing really fits that aesthetic as well as the Shadow Monk. Now, the level of Rogue, I think it's important for him to have decent sleight of hand and stealth and stuff like that, which he would also get with Shadow Monk. But this allows him to lockpick easier and things along those lines. He would have proficiency with Thieves' Tools, which is pretty important. Now, to continue on with the Bat family, I'm going to go into Richard Grayson, Nightwing. He is my favorite superhero. We briefly touched on this in the Teen Titans video, and I'm sticking with what I said in that video. I think he's a swashbuckler rogue with 3 levels of Shadow Monk, or maybe Drunken Master Monk. I think he fits both pretty well. And he would obviously have the Entertainer background. So 17 levels of swashbuckler rogue. The swashbuckler rogue also pretty stealthy, but more so very performative in their fighting, and I think that fits Nightwing incredibly well. These videos have made me really want to try out a swashbuckler. I've never considered the class before this, and honestly, swashbuckler just fits so incredibly well with a lot of character ideas that I've come up with. So watch out for the future. I might play swashbuckler rogue. But love Nightwing. Amazing character. Obviously has to have the entertainer background because of his time in the circus. But I think this is a pretty cut and dry one. I don't want to go too in depth on why Nightwing would be a swashbuckler rogue. If you guys haven't heard of the swashbuckler rogue, I would recommend checking it out. It is such an interesting subclass. And honestly, I think you would understand how he fits into it so well. Going down the line of Robins, we get to the second Robin, Jason Todd, aka Red Hood. Red Hood, amazing character. I think they've done some amazing stuff with him in the comic books. I'm a big fan. Obviously, don't love him as much as I love Nightwing, but their dynamic with each other is really cool. I gave him Assassin Rogue and Gunslinger Fighter. This breakdown's a little bit more complicated. So I would give him 1 level of Rogue, and then go into 8 levels of Fighter. That gives him the skills and proficiencies needed with the Rogue, that you could tie back to his Robin training. And then the 8 levels in Fighter will give him, Second Wind, Axe and Surge, It would give him his subclass, which is the Gunslinger. And then I would take 2 more levels in Rogue so that you can get the Assassin subclass. Assassin's going to do some extra damage on first round of initiative and on sneak attack and stuff like that, which is really good for a character that can be viewed as very brutal. And then at that point, we would have 3 levels of Rogue and 8 levels of Fighter. I would finish this out with levels of Fighter. So that would be an additional 9 levels to finish this out. And this will just give him a heavier hit. He still gets sneak attack and everything that he would with a Rogue. And something a lot of people don't talk about is you don't have to be hidden for sneak attack. Now, some of his attacks he's going to be hidden. He's still a Robin. He's going to have some aspect of stealth to him. But there's also sneak attack when somebody is beside an ally and things along those lines that he would be able to take advantage of. He would get the Urchin background. I think it fits in with his more criminal backstory and living on the street and stuff like that. Now, for the last of the main Robins, I'm going to go with Tim Drake, 6 levels of Open Hand Monk, 14 levels of Inquisitive Rogue. I would probably start him out with some levels of Rogue and then move him into Monk, similar to what we did with Red Hood. I think Monk fits him really well. He's a very good fighter, really well trained, and obviously he's a great Rogue. Inquisitive Rogue works really well because of his intellect. He is Bruce Wayne's equal. He's very good with the detective part of his job, and I think Inquisitive just works incredibly well there. I would take the investigator background from Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. The investigator background is really good for anybody that is an investigator, and with the detective part of Red Robin, I think this fits incredibly well. So the investigator gives you proficiency in 2 skills chosen from insight, investigation, or perception. Proficiency with disguise kit and thieves tools, which is great here. Gives you a magnifying glass, some evidence from a past case, which, he's had a lot of cases. Set of common clothes, which is always good to be able to switch out of costume. And then some gold pieces. But honestly, I think it's a great fit for Tim Drake. I don't see a better option, honestly. I said to finish out the Robins, forgetting about Damian Wayne, the current Robin. So Damian Wayne, son of Bruce Wayne, blood child. That's a weird way to say it. I would give him 15 levels in Samurai Fighter and 5 levels in Assassin Rogue. Samurai Fighter fits incredibly well right here. He was trained by the League of Assassins. It is a very good fighter subclass that I had not looked into very much before making this video. And 5 levels in Assassin's Rogue, pretty self-explanatory, League of Assassins. Like, he was trained to assassinate people. That's where he got his formal training from. Before joining Batman, he was an assassin. And obviously, he's gained a lot from his training with Batman, and the argument could be made to give him the same subclasses as Batman. He is a very similar fighter to his father, especially since Bruce Wayne also trained by the League of Assassins. But I think letting him have his own subclasses, he has a little bit more of a brutal fighting style than Bruce does. I think this fits incredibly well. I would give him either the soldier or the noble background. Soldier makes a lot of sense. He was trained from a young age to fight. Noble also makes sense. He is the heir to the Wayne fortune. He is Bruce Wayne's son. And he is Ra's al Ghul's grandson, which is also being an heir to an empire. He pretty much could lead the League of Assassins if his grandfather and mom were to die. So I think that's a solid place to leave off with Damian. Now, before we get to the second half of this list, we have 5 more people left. I want to talk a little bit about a sponsorship, and that is myself. So, I have had a channel named Nat Blue VODs for a while. I have not utilized that channel much. I haven't been posting VODs to it. And I privated a lot of gaming videos on this channel. So instead of having a VOD channel, I have launched Nat Blue Gaming. It is under the same channel technically, with a new name, new logo, which I'm super excited about. I really love the logo for this channel. And honestly, I am stoked to be doing gaming content again. I love TTRPG stuff, and I love having the freedom to do like tier list and stuff like that on this channel. But I do kind of miss doing gaming sometimes. It is hard to keep up with, hard to edit, but I love it. I love playing video games. I love people watching me play video games. So I am stoked to be launching this. For the first few months, it will be videos that used to be on this channel. So it will be videos that I have since privated and I'm going to be re-releasing on this other channel. Hopefully that doesn't flag anything. I probably should have looked into that before this, but so far I have uploaded like 2 months worth of content and nothing has come back flagged, so hopefully that goes okay. So if you're interested in watching me play video games, go check out Nat Blue Gaming. I'm super excited about this. I could not stress that enough. I cannot wait for you guys to see what I've done here. And I hope everybody enjoys the videos if they go and check them out. After this video, I might just fully delete gaming videos off of my original channel, now that I am a little bit concerned about the videos being flagged as duplicates from a different channel. But I'm super excited to get back into it, and I hope you guys are going to go check it out. I can't recommend it enough. I love doing video game content. I love playing video games. And there's some exciting stuff coming with it. I know Little Nightmares is coming out with a new game. Maybe this year. I think it's this year. I am currently playing Split Fiction. And I would love to do an entire playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. I have started playthroughs for YouTube twice now. That is another thing with Nat Blue Gaming. I'm going to try not to upload anything until I actually beat the game. That is something I struggled with a lot in the past. I would upload a few videos for a video game and then just not finish the game. So super stoked for you guys to see what I have cooked up over there. And back to this video. So next up, away from the main Bat family is, I guess I shouldn't say that. They did get married at one point. Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. So this is the most cut and dry one on this list. She's a thief rogue with a criminal background. That's it. We don't need to get more complicated than that. She's a thief rogue with a criminal background. She has criminal connections. She is a master thief. There's not really much else to go off of there. So, thief rogue, criminal background. Moving on to Cassandra Cain, also known as Orphan, also known as Black Bat. So, Cassandra Cain, one of the best fighters in DC. Maybe the best fighter in the Bat family. It's a little up for discussion there. But I would give her 8 levels of Open Hand Monk and 12 levels of Battle Master Fighter. Like I said, one of the best fighters. Open Hand Monk gets a lot of great bonuses in its first 8 levels, including Fury of Blows, and an ability to heal yourself at 6 levels. So that's pretty sick. Pretty much they get second wind. So I think that's pretty good for Cassandra. I do not have a background here for her, because I couldn't find one that pretty much just is an orphan. So she's not going to have a background. Moving on. I bet you could find one. These last 2, I don't have backgrounds for, and I apologize for that. Then we have Stephanie Brown, also known as Spoiler or Batgirl. And I think this is a pretty cut and dry swashbuckler rogue. I think she can take all of her levels in swashbuckler, and it would make sense. She has that similar fighting style to Grayson. Maybe not as great, but still a great fighter. And I think swashbuckler just fits really well here. I also do not have a background for her, and I apologize for that. I don't know why I don't, if I'm being completely honest. I just did not take enough time on Stephanie Brown and Cassandra Cain, I guess. And I feel so bad about that, but I'm not going to change that in the moment. So we're just going to move on to Barbara Gordon, the last of the Batgirls, also known as Oracle. So Barbara Gordon, I have 9 levels of Mastermind Rogue and 11 levels of Shadow Monk. Now, it depends how you want to take this. This is her as Batgirl. She would have 9 levels of Mastermind Rogue, 11 levels of Shadow Monk. I think after she became Oracle, she probably flipped up here. Maybe she took all of her levels in Mastermind Rogue. Maybe she dipped into Wizard a little bit. I don't think she would have stayed a Shadow Monk. She doesn't necessarily fight in the wheelchair very often. I would say maybe a couple of levels into Artificer. I think taking Sage as a background makes sense here. She is probably the smartest of the Bat family, and I think that deserves a little bit of recognition. And then the last member of the Bat family I wanted to talk about is Alfred Pennyworth. So Alfred, I would give him Way of the Marcy Monk with a 3-level dip into Gunslinger Fighter. He is a good fighter. Alfred has military training, and the 3 levels of Gunslinger is because Alfred is not afraid to shoot somebody. He is often seen using a shotgun. So he would get the soldier background because of his former training, and I think that's a great build for Alfred. If you guys want me to do a deeper dive into any of these characters, let me know. I can fully build them out if you would like me to. Just leave a comment. If you want to see me make them on Hero Forge, let me know, because I think that could be really fun to just do a video making the Bat family on Hero Forge. That would be incredible. I might do that even if you don't let me know. So that's, I mean, it just sounds like a fun idea for me. And if you disagree with any of my opinions, please leave a comment. If you agree with any of my opinions, leave a comment. If you think I should have put different members of the Bat family into this video, leave a comment. I am not going to put Carrie Kelly in here. I'm sorry, guys. And I don't really want to put Starro in here. The, like, Robin Starro. I don't know what he would be. He's a star. Bad Cow could have been really funny, but he's not getting a class. He's just a cow. So, I hope you guys did enjoy this, though. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. And until next time, guys, I hope everybody is having an amazing day. Peace.